My peoples, my peoples, my peoples, my peoples, my peoples. Black, white, Hispanic, Korean, Chinese. If you can speak English and you can understand my voice, I'm speaking to you. We have a problem. And how I see it, it is a big problem. I don't doubt that if everybody was to die today or tomorrow, they would not want to be born again or go to heaven or to go to some promised place. I guarantee you, if that was an option in life, we will all look forward to that place. Listen, we are not using our brains. We are all smart. We are all very, very smart humans. Some of us allow our brains to reach full capacity. Some of us allow our brains to meet maximum or minimum capacity. But a lot of us is not using our brains to no capacity. And it's leaking from generation to generation. Someone has to turn off that broken gas line that's poisoning generations, stopping us from going to heaven, stopping us from reaching our full potential, stop us from reaching our full blessings. If you was a parent that beat your kids from 78 to about 90 with whips, extension cords, Hot Wheel tracks, anything you can get your hands on, cussed them out, choked them, disrespected them, we don't blame you. We don't blame you. I don't blame you. Because that was what you was taught. And that what happens to you. So you did that to me. Okay, I understand. I still love you. Because when that, and this time, that made me stronger. That made us stronger. Those kids that went through that type of abuse before the DHS started getting into the case. But understand, we must not continue that behavior with our children. We must not show our children that type of behavior. And how? By using our brains, by just thinking. We teach our kids to think before they act. We teach our kids to think before they say. Why don't we think before we act? Think before we say anything. Do anything. Think. Use your brains. We all know the consequences of our actions. As we get older, we can learn from those things. What's missing is G-O-D in capital letters. Because if God was evidence and relevance in your life, you'll have the knowledge, you have the sight, you have the understanding to get down to the root of the problem. You'll be able to break them chains. I was that child, mom, single, 6 kids. I was born in 78, so you do the math. Dad was a crackhead. He didn't care. So we grew up as brothers and sisters fighting, arguing, going by what we seen our aunts and our moms display to us, teach us. As kids, we all say, I can't wait till we grow up. The kids that said they can't wait till they grow up was the ones that getting abused. That was the ones that was not showing love to. We knew what love is, but we did not see it. We did not feel it. But I understand. It happened to you. I'm a full-grown man. I've been through everything you can think of. $600,000 bills, attempted murder charges, selling drugs, did a whole bunch of things in my life. So one day in my life, God set me down. Set me down. I had no choice but to choose in real life, life or death, for the sake of my children. And we all say we live for our children, but do we really live for our children? That is the question. For the sake of my children, I choose life. I want to live. I want to see them grow up. I want to see them experience the things that I didn't experience the feelings that I didn't experience, that respect from the adults that I didn't have. I wanted to be that father figure to see them so I can give them that respect and that love and that honor that they need, because none of us asked to be here. If you understand what you need to understand, you understand you was chosen to be here. There's a reason for you to be here. You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for a reason. So you have to start to utilize your reason if you want to be here. If you want to see your kids grow. God granted me. I choose life. I pick Jesus. G-O-D. Jesus. Jesus Christ. My Lord and Savior. I picked him. He allowed him into my life. I agreed what I would not do no more in my life. I changed my life. God changed my heart. The perception of life changed. What I see and understand changed. Very, very smart. So I'm back out. And at this point in time in my life, no matter what I've been through and who took me through what, I love Jesus Christ. And with that love and this pure love, I love all of them. I love everybody. I love all God's creations. God first in your life. You have to allow God into your heart. You have to allow God into your heart. God is nothing but love. With God, you'll never be alone. Never be alone. So, fast forward ahead. Pick life. Back out on the streets. I remember when I made that pact with God in jail. See, we have to remember these things. We're old enough. And these pacts are real. If you want to live, if you want to prosper, if you want your kids to live, if you want your kids to prosper, these are things you must do. You have to love one another. You have to embrace one another. You have to, on some scale, understand one another. We must not judge, for we will be judged. I'm not going to preach to you. This is real talk. This is real life. I seen this female sitting in the back. I was sitting in the back of a car. I seen this female. She walked up. She came to give her sister something. At the time, I was up there with my homie. And I said to myself, and God put it in my life, because by then I accepted God. So I accepted everything. And from this that point, God been opening doors. Every door. Life been wonderful. 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 My past did not define me, because I was beat with whips, because I was beat with Hot Wheel tracks, because I was beat with curtain rods, because I was beat with air cord condition that doesn't tied up. Yes, I was tied up, gagged. Understand that. This is real talk. This is real rap I'm putting out here. For the simple fact that we must use our brains. Our circumstance should not define us. Our circumstance should not be the reason that we say we are who we are. With God, you will change. You have to allow God into your life. So with that, you will see and understand what you need to see and understand if you really want to see and understand it. Understand our kids are at stake here. Their future, their kids are at stake here. Generations are at stake here. Us going to heaven is at stake here. Live the life of crime. No longer live a life of crime. The female that I seen, me sitting in the back of a seat and I said it's going to be my wife. I'm going to have children with her, 2 children. I'm married to her now, 4 years later. 4 years later, we got together. I seen her. I had them clean up the dope. 4 years later, we got together. God blessed me with that. I seen that. I said I was going to have 2 kids. I have 2 kids by her. I said I was going to get married. I seen that. So I'm living proof, evidence. God is real. Living proof, evidence. Jesus Christ exists. He's real. Living proof. Been through it. Crackhead dad. Mom working. Mom will beat the shit out you because, just because. Shit, she might be mad. The shit you doing doesn't add up to the ass whoopings, but just because she's frustrated, she's gonna whip your ass. I do not beat my kids like that. I will pop their butt, don't get me wrong. But I would not use anything under the sun. Shit, the belt. The belt is the ride. But not all over their bodies, none of that shit. And my kids, now you'll see them. They're perfect. I don't have to whip their butts. We talk. I conversate. They don't understand it. But as they get older and they throw them temper tantrums as they coming up, you have to pop their little legs. You have to get them to let them know that you are a parent. They have to listen to you first. If you're going to give them the right knowledge and the right understanding and the right love, that's what it's all about. The right love. We are all going to fall short of God's glory if we don't love man, if we don't love one another, if we don't love our children, if we don't instill values into our children, if we don't instill God into our children. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm back. I think it's some water. It's real talk, get your mouth dry. Real talk, get you emotional. God is love. God is love. All love. If you got God in your life, you understand God, and you really got him in his life, your life, his or her life, it's all love. It's all love. It ain't nothing else. Can't dilute it. Can't use nobody. Can't judge nobody. It's just love, 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 love. You got to allow God in, man. You got to allow him in. God feels so wonderful, man. I'm married. Yes. Yes. Came up, ass whoopings, tied up, beaten, sold drugs, shootouts, high-speed chases from the cops. Me, court. Listen, I got paperwork, documented. This is real shit. This is real shit. God, I was locked up. I was facing 50 to 100 years. An inmate came, Jesus came in the form of an inmate, brought me the Bible. Opened up to Job. Understood at that point, Job. Every time I went to the chapel, and I'm going to say it quick, every time I went to the chapel, everybody told me what I was going to do. See, God to speak straight to you. You got to allow him to. You got to listen. You have to listen. Open your eyes up and understand these words are coming straight to you from God. Understand that. It's time. We've been kidding ourselves too long. We've been bullshitting too long. Got to say it like that. It's time. Because our kids are suffering. They suffering. I pray every night with my kids. I speak to them. I show them the power of God every day. Because with God in your life, true God, you shine. You shine. You got everything. Never been broke. Bills paid. I don't worry about anything. It's not about money in my life. It's about love. It's about us as a whole. When we all unite as a whole, I believe Jesus will come back here and claim his, because we are his. We have to act like that and treat each other like we are his. Treat each other like Jesus loaned each other to us. Loaned each of us to each other to love and take care of. Jesus want to use us as a messenger. You have to allow that. Don't be scared to speak them names. That name, Jesus. Jesus. Till next time, I love you. I love you. I really do. Amen.